get so much sustain out of this body?
Well, Steve, I chambered it.
You chambered it?
I did.
Wow.
Yeah, I've had my own way of chambering it, and it's different shape than most of the guitars I make, of course, but it still worked out good. It's still got the sustain I like in the guitars I make. So.
I can play the slowest of slow blues and be sustaining. Like crazy. Forever.
Very nice. My name's Byron. I made this guitar for my sister. She battled breast cancer. She was diagnosed with the disease about a year and a half ago, and still undergoing treatment, and is currently on her way to becoming cancer-free. And about 3 months back, she asked me to make this guitar. It was her idea. I make guitars, and she described what she wanted to do, and basically turned me loose on the project. A little bit about the guitar. It's an alder body with a curly maple top. It's got some abalone inlay and some synthetic abalone binding on the neck and the body. The neck is made of padauk as well as the fretboard, and I inlaid some pearl and abalone on the face of the neck as well. When I was building the guitar, I decided to reach out to companies that make parts, and so I sent out a bunch of emails asking these companies to get in on the project by donating some of their parts, and I was actually overwhelmed with a bunch of positive responses from just about everybody I asked. What I chose to do was basically, as the emails returned back, I made contact with the people and basically accepted the offers as they came in the order they came in. And so I'll go ahead and I'll describe all the parts I used and where they came from. First off, these pickups are one of a kind in pink, made by Joe Barden Engineering, and Frank T. is the president of Joe Barden. He's the gentleman that I contacted, and through him the donation was made, and he personally saw that these pickups were dyed in pink, the plastic, for this project. It's not something that they normally offer. They're called Joe Barden Engineering is the name of the company, and they're HB2 tones, and as you're going to hear, they're very responsive, and
Great pickups.
Probably the best I've ever heard.
Yeah, I really like them.
A little bit about the way the guitar was wired, we'll go into later, but let me finish describing the parts. The bridge was donated by a company, LR Baggs is the name of that company. That is an active bridge called an X bridge, and each saddle here has a piezo pickup underneath it, and it's actually an electric pickup or an active bridge, and it simulates the sound of an acoustic guitar. The tuners were donated by the company Hipshot, and they're called grip lock tuners. They're actually locking tuners. If you turn it over, they're kind of neat looking too. They're just unique in their shape, and they're very nice. They're very smooth, and they stay in tune. That's the most important thing.
They do it well.
And the back cover plate is made out of the same maple that I made the face of the guitar out of. And the guitar was finished in a combination of polyurethane on the neck, and Stuart McDonald Company donated the finishing supplies for the body, which is their water-based lacquer, as well as they donated sandpaper and rubbing compound and dye and anything else I asked for. Basically, they really came through for me. If we look at the face of the guitar, we'll talk about how it's wired. The guitar was wired by Lee White of Lee's House Music here in Tehachapi. He wanted to participate, and he asked that he'd be able to do the wiring, and he's very good at it, so I jumped at the chance. These two pickups are wired separately from the bridge, and we chose not to integrate them. We chose to keep them on two separate wiring circuits, and we'll talk about the first being the electric pickups from JBE, or Joe Barden. They're wired in a standard 2 pickup configuration with a 3-way switch here. Forward being the neck pickup, middle being both, and in rear position being the bridge pickup only. And then we've coil tapped, based on Joe Barden's wiring diagram, the rear pickup, and there's a push-pull knob on the volume. This is the volume knob for the 2 electric pickups, or the 2 Joe Barden pickups. This is the tone control for the Joe Barden pickups, and this is the volume control for the LR Baggs Active X-Bridge. This switch in the rear switches between the X-Bridge and the Joe Barden pickups. So you have either the electric guitar tone or sound or the LR Baggs acoustic active bridge sound. I'd like to introduce my friend Steve Hall. As you'll see, he's a very excellent guitar player, and he has so graciously offered to demo this guitar for this video, and so I'll let him play for you. And it's right-handed. I'm left-handed. I can't even play the thing, but
Otherwise you'd be doing this stuff.
no, I think you're the better man for the job. Oh, you can read my sister's story on the Facebook page for the breast cancer charity guitar, and there's also a website that's almost up and running at breastcancerguitar.org. So on those 2 sites you can read about my sister's story, and you can also see pictures of the build of the guitar. And we're going to continue to update the photos as we get signatures on the guitar, and or any public events that we take it to. Ultimately, it'll be auctioned off on Breast Cancer Awareness Day, October the 24th of 2011, with all proceeds going to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. Okay, and here's Steve.
All right. Okay. So here's the sound of the neck pickup. It's a very warm sounding guitar, and these pickups are really reactive over the different ranges of the volume knob. It's also really responsive to how hard you pick, or how soft you pick. Take your pick. And right now I'm going to go to a combination of these 2 pickups and play the same sort of thing. Get a little bit of the bite from the bridge pickup here. But still really responsive. Really rings. If I lower the volume, I get a really nice cleanup. And just the opposite would be true. Get a little bark, but for more bark, we're going to go to the bridge right here. Coil tap. Which knob is it?
The volume knob.
Ah, there it is. Once you find the coil tap, it sounds pretty cool. Coil tapped, non-tapped. It's a little bit brighter, a little bit.
You'll never get a Strat sound out of that.
That's right. the bridge pickup from LR Baggs. It's kind of like an amplified acoustic guitar. And it has its own volume knob, so you can set that independently. Let's see how that works. It's pretty quiet. It sounds good through all the different volume ranges. Like an acoustic guitar there, huh?
An amplifier.